Alright guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at Palantir. It's been a while since we have looked at this name. So today 6.7% breaking out of this level of a 67 resistance where it couldn't get back above for a few days. But today breakout and it did run. So from here, what I'm watching for the stock. So let's take a look at the price levels and we'll take a look at the option activity for this stock. So you can see after reporting earnings and after this huge gap up and it just melted, consolidated. Now, do you think that this is extended here? Probably not. Can it have, does it have a little bit more of a gas here to go? Absolutely. Volume was pretty high. You can see compared to last 5-6 trading sessions at least, the volume was a lot bigger. So can it go to 75, 80, 85, 90? Possible. At the moment, momentum is to the upside. And if you're somebody who's trying to short it or trying to like top ticket and to say, to bet against it when it's moving up, it's so stupid. Because as somebody who trades both sides of any stock, if there's an opportunity, I don't short anything like this, okay? So for me, in order to go short any stock, it has to crack. A lot of people look at the Carvana, right? So the most hated stock in the market probably for a couple of years where short's been just getting squeezed higher and higher. The argument for Palantir could be, okay, their revenue versus the market capitalization. Yeah, I understand it can stay extended or it can stay irrational for a while. So the capitalization of Palantir at the moment, $161 billion at this price. And aftermarket is pushing a little bit more. And year-to-date gains for the stock is 313% already. So how much can it go? Well, I'm going to be looking at probability of this name gapping up and going. So this is Tuesday. So my speculation would be for the stock. Again, my game plan for the stock is wait for this name to push just like MicroStrategy has done, just with elevated volume, push, maybe like for couple more days and then have a one flushing 10% day. So that's something I would be looking for. If it just keeps moving up with a smaller range, because average true range for Palantir is $3, and today it moved 4.5, so slightly outside of its range. And I would be watching from here again 80, 85-ish all levels as a area. Maybe even it can go to if it reaches these 84, $90 levels. Why not 100, right? I'm sure a lot of people could be just speculating, saying that this can run up all the way to 100 by the end of the year, which is another 40% move from here. That's a big move, but we'll take a look at it in terms of options. What option market is pricing for this stock, like probability of that happening according to option activity. So today, because we know this stock is very options driven. Today, 589,000 calls traded, 455,000 puts traded. If you take a look at the percent of the puts and calls traded at the bid, which means it was traded at the bid. So which means anytime you see this percentage a lot higher, let's say on a put side, you can see 186,000, 40% of all these puts traded at the bid, which means a lot of people sold those puts, which means they're trying to collect premium. And if you take a look at the delta, which is very low delta, which is far outside of the money, 0 to 20, 49% of this total volume was 0 to 20. And again, this is for puts, okay? And which means, again, these are sellers. People are basically who are bullish. Not always they trade calls, okay? Not always they trade the stock itself, but they're comfortable selling a put. It's like Warren Buffett's strategy, right? Anytime there's that's how he collected a lot of his money, right? So he sells puts when market is bullish. So that's what's happening here. But in terms of the calls, 34% of the calls traded at the asking price, which could be all of those people, bullish people buying those contracts, and 40% between market, and only 23% traded at the bid or below. So I'm not going to dive too much into the like particular trades, but I want to say if people are betting on that $100 price target, yes, actually. But I'll tell you guys in a bit what's the probability. But I'm seeing those bets coming in. That's what I'm looking actually. Are there people actually betting on that thing happening? So January 2025, $100 call. It's 50 cents. Somebody bought in the morning. 1,000 contracts. February 2025, somebody bought again 1,000 contracts. And again, I cannot tell if these calls being sold or bought, but I'm just assuming since they are the exchange saying it's the best, so which means they could have just bought this. So again, don't rely on this data. These videos purely for entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying anybody to buy those calls, but I'm seeing a lot of puts, 70 puts for next January. Again, I would recommend, I would personally be, after stock going so much, I would be very careful in January itself. December, yeah, we can have a melt up mode, but I'm seeing, yeah, some decent call activity. Ultra short term, people are doing spread 73, 77 calls, 74, $80 calls for next week. But other than that, there's not much of a like one particular strike standing out or people could be just attacking. No, I'm not seeing that just by filtering out the largest orders that came in so far today alone, because today was the breakout day. But what is the probability for January 2025? Palantir hitting that $100 price target. That price is still 43 cents, 43, 45 cents. And 10,000 contracts traded so far today for that strike. And it's what, 2 months ahead? Less than 2 months actually. Probability of that strike price getting in the money is 4.7%. Okay, come that date. So that's the probability of that happening. And implied volatility for January 2025, it's not too high. So $11. So market makers, basically option market, is saying that this stock can move up or down $11.50. But if stock moves fast for a couple of days, I mean, these are going to appreciate because of, again, extrinsic value, which is time. My channel's name is Extrinsic Trades, which means, yeah, I trade a lot of outside of the money calls and puts. So that's why that's the name of my channel. So, but so far, ultra short term, I mean, there's no reason for me personally to be bearish this chart because it is breaking out. Does it have more gas in the tank? Absolutely, it can. You can look at the candlestick where it opened and where it closed. Anytime you see, I mean, stock open, doesn't go lower, pushes, and closes near its high, it's a very strong candle. But again, just this is for today only. Any day it can change, but today it was strong breakout, and also there's a lot of shorts in it, I believe. But we can take a look at it very quickly. PLTR daily, I just want to look at that daily volume of a short, and I can say yes, it is pretty decently shorted stock on a daily basis, 60%, 60. But today it dropped because all those people who were shorting it on low volume days last week, Black Friday week, they got squeezed today. So whatever you are seeing today, it's purely, I mean, not everybody getting squeezed. Of course, whoever was short, of course, there are buyers as well, breakout traders like me. But I don't have a position for this stock. I'm not trading it. But I would be looking into basically, if I'm not going to find any contracts that are attractive to me, I would be basically waiting for the stock to push a little bit more. If it just keeps gapping, let's say if it keeps going ultra short term, let's say hits all the way to 85, I'm expecting that one flushy day move where it's going to just give back 10-15%. So that's something I'm looking for. But so far, yeah, I'm watching this name to the upside, and that's the video for PLTR. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.